We're up here on the Tecta America warehouse in suburban Chicago. This building was purpose-built as a roofing warehouse and operation center 29 years ago. That is hard for me to believe. It seems like it was just yesterday. But at the time when we built the building, we divided the roof into 12 sections and put different types of roofs up here so that clients could see what built up, modified, single ply roofs all look like in one place so they could better make a decision on what to buy. What's actually happened in the intervening 29 years now is that we get to see how those roofs behave over the long term. Let's take a walk. I can remember being admonished by some architects when we built the building because they couldn't believe that we were putting what they considered to be experimental roofs, I'm using air quotes, on the building rather than proven systems like the built-up roof that we're seeing here. Looking back over 29 years, we can take a look and see how those systems compare. What was considered to be the best of the best at the time and what's performing better over the long term. This would have been considered the Cadillac of roof systems back in the day, a gravel surface built-up roof. In general, it is performing well. The only real issue that we're seeing is on the flashings that the granules are starting to come off. If those are recoated, the roof will continue to serve well. What we have here is an APP mod bit roof. This was the staple of the Chicago roofing industry back in the 80s and 90s. Fully half of the roofs built in this area were of this generic type. What we can see here is that we're getting some ridging along the side laps, granule loss, and like any asphalt-based roof, they are subject to degradation and ponding areas. You can see from the soil area to the right that this area does pond a little bit after a rain, and this area has been patched in because the roof degraded in that area from the ponding water. It's just the nature of the beast on an asphalt-based roof system. Here we have an architectural metal roof. It's performing well, no leaks, and a metal wall system as well. The roof's performing well, has never really been a problem. It was cardinal red when it was new, and it's closer to orange now, but after 29 years, a little bit of patina is expected on the paint. But aside from the color fade, the roof is performing well. Here we have a smooth surfaced 4-ply asphalt built-up roof. It would be generically the same type of roof as we see here with the gravel. The difference is there's not a pour of asphalt flood coat or gravel like we have over here to the left. This was also an acceptable way to install a built-up roof, an asphalt built-up roof. And the reason we did this one this way was to show different coating options. This roof has been recoated multiple times and is performing well. It's what I would call a sustainable asset because with regular coatings over time, this roof can last for decades more. We also have a sample here of a solar array. If you're looking for an environmental solution, in this case to put power back into the grid, solar is a possibility. Here we have a prismatic skylight. This to me is one of the most cost-effective environmental solutions on the market. These pay for themselves typically in 18 months or less. They capture the sun during the daylight hours and make it so a warehouse, if these are properly spaced, you don't need lights on inside, reducing load on the electrical grid. This is a great method to light a building and make an environmentally friendly decision. Here we have another area. This area was originally also a smooth 4-ply asphalt built-up roof. Since it did not have flood-coated gravel on it, the surface was degrading some years ago, and we put a torch-grade SBS roof on this area as a new cap sheet. This will extend the life of this roof out. From this point, this is about 5 years old, at least another 15 years, and illustrates another way to take an older conventional built-up roof and making it a sustainable asset. Here we have a mechanically attached PVC key alveoli single-ply roof. This is one of these roofs that the design professionals 29 years ago would have called, air quotes, experimental. I got to tell you, this roof is performing well. This is only a 40 mil roof, but it is wearing unbelievably well. Never leaked. It looks fantastic. It goes to show you it's not about conventional thinking or anything like that, but is the chemistry of the sheet good? In this case, it is, and the roof's performing well. Here we have a twofer. This is also a PVC key alloy roof, 36 mil, with a green roof on it. Never leaked, performing flawlessly. In this case, this green roof was installed using growing media and then installing small plantings, and the roof grew in over time. So performing well. This would have been mostly brown when it was built. It took several years for the plantings to grow into a full roof system. Here we have another green roof. This is installed over EPDM, but in this case, this roof was installed with green trays, so this roof looked just like this when it was installed. So rather than taking time to grow in, like this roof, this was fully vegetated when the roof was complete. We have several EPDM roofs to take a look at here. This is a mechanically attached EPDM. The roof is performing well. We are starting to get some carbon black loss. You'll see that on the bottom of your shoes if you walk across this, and you can see footprints on this area that has been coated. Now we went from here mechanically attached to here adhered. EPDM, same membrane, just different application method. This is performing even better. So what you would want to do is, if you own an older EPDM roof and you're starting to get carbon black loss, now's the time to coat it, turn it into a sustainable asset, and push out the life of the roof. And what we have here is a ballasted EPDM roof. So the membrane here is loose laid, and the ballast is put there to hold the roof in place. Basic physics, basic gravity is holding the roof down. This would have been the low-cost leader of roofs 29 years ago, much like mechanically attached TPO is today. Despite the fact it was the low-cost leader, the roof's performing well. So here we have another PVC key alloy roof, but this one is installed differently. It's loose laid, it's adhered at the perimeters, and there are one-way vents that draw air out of the roof. The harder the wind blows, the tighter the roof membrane sucks down to the roof deck. So it's a different type of application, very economical, but if you live in a high wind zone, this is a solution that makes sense because the roof can't blow off in high winds. And lastly, here we see a PVC roof with PVC ribs. This is meant to simulate a metal roof. Metal roofs work on the principle that they are water shedding, not waterproof. So if you want the look of a metal roof on a low slope application, you really need to look at something like this. And it can be ordered in any color. So in this case, it's patina green, but if you wanted some special architectural color, you can order it any way you want. If you'd like a tour of these roofs to see how roofs perform in real time after almost 30 years, let me know. Give me a shout. I'd be happy to arrange a tour for you. And as always, don't forget to follow me at #Rolf the Roofing Guy at LinkedIn, YouTube, and Rumble. Thanks.